You're holding the ball at the top of the key, and think of all the players who glance back. We will indeed see, and we are ready to go.
Asar Thompson guarding him, getting downhill, being aggressive, a must for Cooper.
Numbers have shot up to 14 points per game, almost a 4% increase this year. Worry about a shot clock there. Jalen Duren, the alley-oop, and catch and finish. 8 a game this year for Cunningham. Averaged over 9 assists a game last year.
A little late in transition. His fatigue right now could be interesting in this game.
Controlled by Thompson. Tobias Harris steps into a long. Detroit scored the first 7. Mavericks missed their first 5.
Against Orlando, and right there, Klay Thompson giving this crowd here in Mexico.
Was for the 4-time champion for the Golden State Warriors, Klay Thompson.
And
strong move by
with that shot in here. Look at this shot. Driving, being contested.
Foul is into the game. To our earlier point, Dallas plans on playing Gafford in about 3 minutes.
This is how the Pistons want to establish the interior, and a lot of pick and roll, right place at the right time.
Right knee scope before the season started. Marcus Sasser is now missing his 6th game. But goes to the basket on the missed free throw. P.J. Washington spots up. Too strong.
Basketball, offensive rebound, leading to that open 3.
Cunningham. Cooper missed on the jump shot a moment ago. Robinson.
I guess when you're feeling it, you let it fly. As we see Klay Thompson
19 out of 26.
And too good a shooter. He will settle in. Hit 4 threes Wednesday against Orlando. Percentage 51% from the three-point line this year for Christie.
Recently with a hamstring injury, returned to play on Wednesday. Still on a minutes restriction tonight offensively. They double-team the ball in the pick and roll. Duren to Tobias. Going to go down low. They'll double the ball. Tobias Harris. Good ball moved by Russell. Change of direction. Karis LeVert, pull-up of the season. Career 14-point per game score. Show and go by Washington. And by the way, there has been a foul called here as well. Here for the Mavericks on this trip down the floor, almost midway through the first quarter. That's what they were saying.
I like that.
Isaiah Stewart, dribble handoff. Dedrick Taylor in his 12th season from Miami, and Brandon Adair in his 8th year. He plays defense with an intensity and a focus that is exactly what's
there. But nice possession again. Player movement, body movement action, particularly with Stewart at the top.
Deflection by Washington. Detroit solved their first quarter woes as Russell got in under, but a lot of high percentage opportunities for Jalen Duren has staked into a 3-point.
Having that sense of urgency, that's part of having expectations.
And who led Dallas Wednesday with 20 points is checked into the game on the perimeter
this season. He get to the free throw line as a result, as we see now Dallas switching to it.
Dallas with a chance to run. Open 3 is up with the hoist is
there on the rim. Wow. A confrontation up there. But how you know what you're going to get from him. Just a concept.
The foul on Jalen Duren is his 2nd.
Done a good job. Last 2 possessions running this zone, keeping Detroit out of the paint. Struggled a bit with his shooting thus far this season.
What was at the time described as lower left leg soreness. Stewart tapped.
Cooper Flag knocks down a 3-pointer from the top.
Tonight's game for Cooper Flag. Tobias Harris inside draws the foul for the timeout. This led to these free throws for Tobias Harris. Even off the deflection, the pass was still caught by Marshall all the way around the horn. Thompson keeps it alive, and there's a foul. Stewart missed it.
And Duren together out on the court, which is scary for opponents. It's the modern game. As a big, you got to be able to knock down the 3-point.
Holland, good defense, contests the shot. 20 points and nearly a career-high 7 boards. The Voice Knockouts Monday on NBC and Peacock. What if NBC did the last time they did not?
We talked earlier, Asar Thompson, the shooting, get better there. Still only 22% from the 3-point line, but watching tape.
Well, we saw it right there, depending on Russell. Russell went to Cooper Flag, back outside.
He's feeling it right now in his lungs a little bit.
Yeah, it's a long burner.
But good to see him back out as he
point line. Now low clock. Remember that the shot clock's open. Down goes Gafford. and a cross-court skip pass and a shot.
I appreciate that vote of confidence, Ashley.
Now Duke in the 1993 NCAA tournament. Here's a floater by Jabord here to start the first minute of the second quarter. Dallas still owns a 3-point lead.
From Cunningham to get to the paint for the easy two.
Caleb Martin is in with some run.
One of my dearest friends. I'm very happy for his success and honored to be.
The 1994 draft. Incredible careers, great friends. For Duncan Robinson, he puts it down, attacks inside. Isaiah Stewart with a, but he also can get some damage done and bowling ball players out of the way on the off.
In terms of blocking shots this season are 1 and 2. That's they might actually weigh the same amount.
a bit of a hike to spell. Caleb Martin on the free throw. Edwards, Julius Randle, of course, very important. Later on that night on NBA TV, Lakers and they have Minnesota at the Knicks and the Spurs at the Lakers. For more on these games, a great candy, by the way. Block shot by P.J. Washington. Drive straight down the lane. There's that paint protection. Stewart repels Max Christie.
Once again, getting to the rim into the free throw line.
I'm going old school with the reference.
But block, I was trying to smack it into the front row, you know, and not smart.
Donut on the free throw line. You don't see Cunningham miss 2 free throws like that often. 82%. Russell's made 4 threes all year going into the night. Now has 2 in this game. Put it down. Washington missed on the attempt. Javonte Green jumped into the passing lane. There's that corner 3.
Dallas making them pay.
Catch and shoot. No airspace. Seasons with Miami before an offseason sign and trade to Detroit with Simone.
4 threes. So he's starting to find his rhythm with this team. And in the landing space, a little bit of contact low. Reward the defense for playing good, you know, for good effort. And
Duncan Robinson, career free throw shooter, made all 3. Drive and kick. Russell finds Cooper, 3-pointer points.
And they didn't waste any time to try to go to Duren. They had Isaiah. I would be a little shaken up having to try to stop Duren on the inside.
Russell out, Brandon Williams in.
Turning it over.
Good ball movement. And then even if you're not talking about making it to the NBA level, it's just such great.
% of the league are international players. And during the time that I've been associated since '96, they create experiences for these young girls, young boys, the fans. You've been here before.
Yes, yes.
And you had some great restaurant recommendations.
Thank you. Chance to absorb that energy right now. He goes out of the game after the foul. And it's a
to draw a foul, I think, on Tobias Harris.
Second in the quarter on the Pistons. Drawn enough fouls to already shoot 18 free throws. Here's a steal. Asar Thompson. Duren. Against Gafford making his season debut.
They have shot a few. They shot quite a few here this evening. Haven't been a fit.
And running a side pick and roll, Marshall and Gafford. And
Thompson guarding Williams right now has the foot speed and the length and a beautiful.
Williams closes out on Robinson. A drive.
Up him as big as he is.
2 more on the board for Jalen Duren. Here's a runner for Klay Thompson. 16-2 Detroit run.
Talked about it. Getting stops, getting out in the open court. And yes, the reoccurring theme.
Talked to JP Bickerstaff before the game. He said that Tobias Harris is in attendance tonight. One of 4 Mexican-born in his career.
Played against him. Tough player. Certainly identified with him, though.
By P.J. Washington, already has 2 block shots in the game. Dallas running off the...
On the interior, P.J. Washington leading to a 3-on-1 fast break.
More shots in the paint than any team in the league. Almost 53 a game. But they... Strong move inside Washington. Dish to Brandon Williams, trying to keep him out.
And as well as Detroit, all different types of things to try to stay warm on the bench. Isaiah's too young for that.
There was a big pendulum swing here in the second quarter as Detroit took a hand pass to Asar Thompson. Turnaround fadeaway. Spin dribble by P.J. Washington. Spotting up, transition on the bounce. Cooper flag is fouled as he was making a pass.
Unselfish guy, still very young as we all know, but starting to show.
With this quote, we're playing to his DNA, and he's going to try to make right and winning plays. Shot clock is off. Into the first half. Oh, nice spin move! Right now, that is from Ashley Shamani.
As I talked to Detroit assistant defense, we're going to continue to do that this next half, but we need to do a better job on the defensive glass, and also we'll keep a lookout on it.
Well, he's tolerated here at the beginning of full sprain in the not only first practice of Dallas's training camp floor in the 2023-24 season. The third high spin move, he lost it out of bounds. And a turnover committed by...
Sloppy on that last drive.
Tough shot by Cooper Flagg, offensive rebound. Gafford.
Glass there, that three-point play opportunity, and Gafford starting to find
3-point attempts. Obviously something, of course, that they want to correct, not just a
night finding their groove from downtown.
1 and 3 off the extra pass, way off.
Cade makes him pay with that beautiful pass.
Quick catch to tremendous shooters. Cut to the basket. Duren.
Trust his ability to step up and knock him down.
And Duren 8 of 9 on field goal attempts. Cade Cunningham to a trailer. Duren slices bodies coming at him defensively. He's obviously on the radar after the season he had last year.
For this ball club, now are throwing different looks at him, and he struggled.
11 assists tonight, but only 9 points, including missing 3 free throws tonight as it's turns per game this year. Duren in the paint, Cunningham looking. Detroit regains the lead. Russell, shot clock.
Efficient tonight.
As a matter of fact, Dallas had LeVert inside, draws a lot of attention. Russell just hit a 3 on the left side a moment ago. Now,
but they know he's going to roll to the rim. Got soft hands. Great.
And the middle window of the second quarter.
Really, all of it was in the paint.
To Karis LeVert. LeVert against Najee Marshall. Shot clock evaporating. I would agree with that. And by the way, speaking of throwbacks, was available for purchase outside the arena tonight as well. Here's Christie looking to beat.
We paid somebody to display that as we arrived here at the arena, but not to be.
Grant, I think one of the things that really demonstrates the love of basketball here in Mexico City is playing a home game. I mean, that is the most popular club team in Mexico.
Teams up close and personal, and you're right. Not ideal in terms of competition.
Steal, Cade Cunningham. Max Christie left his feet, 2-on-1 developing that. Around the defense, Najee Marshall pull up. Turn inside, easy flush. It's 25
here in this third quarter.
Sar Thompson chasing Russell around the screen.
Thompson had it, swung it to the second side, and now Cunningham has his. But I like Cunningham some off the ball to have those opportunities.
Playing back home with Detroit until last year. Last year was the first time in Cade's fourth.
It was healthy last year and helped triple the amount of wins.
Russell, who leads all bench players in this game. And as a matter of Russell probing. Teardrop by Russell. D'Lo has his second highest scoring game of the season tonight, now sitting on 9. Forcing the turnover, Holland 2 steals a game. Excellent on-ball defense and leads to 9th lead change of the game. Detroit in front by 1. Ups! And a timeout is called by Dallas.
And it speaks to his improvement and development as a young player, but also minutes. And this season doing a better job staying out of foul trouble.
Trouble can disrupt your offensive rhythm, but there's been no. Now Russell hoisting and hitting. Detroit trying to respond to the Russell 3, and it's a hard drive downhill, and Holland follows.
Keep Bickerstaff happy.
Over 11 points per game this year. Goes for his first 2 points. Holland aggressive defense and a foul with 4 seconds.
And I thought Holland.
I love the implementation as a roster building best in terms of building a long-term career after starting out on a 2-way contract.
Trust of this Mavericks organization, and now an important piece to this team this season.
His presence felt again. From behind, blocks it out of bounds, leaving Dallas with 9 to shoot.
On defense as Robinson almost forced a turnover.
Loose ball, has to put it up to beat the shot.
The officials letting them play. This works to Detroit's.
Cunningham against Washington. A drive inside, nice lead for Stewart.
He says he's just such a steady person and a player from shoot around to practice to the game. And
too long on a 3 at the other end of the floor. and the ball is out of bounds.
Him well as he continues to figure things out.
Operating as the ball handler in the 7 straight points. They retake the lead. Flag looking for the assist. He's got the ball. Javonte Green. Pull-up three. Oh.
The awareness from his team. They recognize he struggled. He's hitting his shot.
2015. And here's Washington inside, and Washington rebound.
I'm not sure if Dallas was in the man or zone in that possession.
And Martin around the deep from Radford with a big play, and then a lost ball. Developing fast break. Thompson from Robinson.
There, great timing, great strength.
The 12 bar. Nice spin move. Stewart from Thompson. Got Gabbard off his feet. For his career is 73% on freebies. Just 5 of 10 this year going in. Here on the line with 7:32 remaining. And then you've got on Tuesday, Peacock NBC coverage of Boots at the Lakers. What a start to the year for the San Antonio Spurs.
I like Williams right at the shot block.
5 Mavs in double figures, 6 Pistons in double figures.
Now play back into this 2-3 zone.
They put Tobias Harris in the middle of the zone, and he's with exactly 7 minutes left in the game.
Against that zone.
Look at create off the dribble.
Job.
Another live ball turnover. It's a 3-on-1, and Thompson missed. Season it was last year, and a chance for a 4-2 start if they can finish.
They're certainly going through 2 years ago, losing all those games.
Good run in Memphis, good run in Cleveland, of course. Second in coach.
In Cleveland and come here to Detroit.
Raping right now, Grant. Dallas had 8 turnovers in the first 3 quarters. Christie just had a drive to the basket to score a moment ago. Russell, top scorer. Thompson draws in the defense. Holland underhands it outside.
Holland and Thompson out there, they aren't guarding.
Russell.
I was an only child, so
if they had called me, if I'd got to be as part of that, I think music that they had, that'll be your earworm for the night if you start thinking about them. They've been great this year in the paint. Take the most paint shots of anyone in the NBA. And
Anthony Davis out. Play fast, move the ball, drive and kick. Just like can't assume that somebody is going to get the rebound there. The ball bounced on the...
The 4th most in Pistons history, by far led by Isaiah Thomas to the game. Headed to the basket, Max Christie. And stepping out of bounds. It's allowed Detroit to erase a 6-point deficit at the start of the quarter. Pocket pass for JD. Spin move, baseline drive, flag.
The shot blocker coming over. Go into his body and force the...
On free throws, including 6 of 6 tonight. Runner, cut. For Detroit, their 4th team foul of the quarter with 2:37 to go. Asar Thompson denying Cooper flag, so he walks in the back.
Cooper once again, maybe struggling from the field, getting to the free throw line.
Janai Broom at Auburn got 1 of the 6.
Well, you know, Cooper and I, we went to the same school.
Pump you up a little bit.
I appreciate it.
Robinson under the defense, and he looks for that.
Well, Cade Cunningham and Duran, so effective.
Thompson free
restriction because he would be very helpful defensively here for the Mavs if he could play.
Harrison going into the night obviously is going to take a healthy jump.
Speed the game up, press after a make. You know, anything can happen.
And tonight, inside the last minute, Klay Thompson, 40 seconds left in the game. Cunningham, low clock.
The performance here, particularly in the second half for Detroit. Struggled at the end of the first.
10 rebounds tonight. Also 6 boards.